What's up, loser? Why are you in here? Don't tell me it's to come borrow something. You know how that usually ends. What's the look on your face? You look uncomfortable, like constipated or something. Can I help you? Why are you wasting my time? Are you going to cry? Please don't do that. You know how I get when I have to be around people that have feelings. I know you wouldn't come to me if you didn't have any other option. I know because I'm very good at what I do. And I make it a point to make myself extremely unavailable for these kinds of things. So, what's up? What's going on? You better be dying. Uh-huh. No, that is not okay. It's okay for me to be mean to you, but it is not okay for anybody, even other mean people, to misgender you. That is absolutely not appropriate or okay. Who was it? It doesn't really matter who it was. Unless you want me to exact revenge for you. Um, in that case, it might be helpful for me to know who it was. But it doesn't matter who it was. It could be family. It could be your closest friends. It could be coworkers, your boss. It could be teachers at school. It could be anybody. Anybody at all. It doesn't make it okay. Whether or not they get it or understand, it doesn't make it cool or okay, like at all. It's just, yeah, literally basic human decency. I don't even consider myself like a very particularly like nice person. Um, yeah, that's not something that I personally value as a trait. There's a difference, I think, between being nice or decent. I don't think you have to be nice to respect other people's pronouns or their name or identity, who they are as a person. Like, I don't, how do you even be mean to someone if you can't even acknowledge who they are? Doesn't make any sense. It is also just like way more reflective of the person misgendering you. Um, it's not like an insult. It's not like your gender and your pronouns are not like conditional or responses that like you get or earn or deserve by being on someone's good side. People are such jokes. Yeah, that's not okay, like at all. I'm sorry. That would feel bad for anybody. Do you want to talk about it? Is it like the situation, I guess, or how you're feeling? Mm. Yes, I know I just said that feelings make me uncomfortable, but I know that it's not nice. Uh, it just feels really gross and crusty to be talked to or talked at like that. When people misgender you or gender you in a specific ways that, like, even if your gender, when you're genderqueer and your gender is big enough to like sort of even encapsulate certain ways that people gender you, sometimes even that, like the ways that people will specifically gender you in a certain way can feel misgendering, and that is valid to be upset about. I don't know if that was like specifically the, situation that you experienced and are, yeah. But in any case, like even that, how you're feeling matters in those circumstances. So that's why I'm asking. I'm not being soft. It's just like basic, like decency and basic human to human care or whatever. I'm not like this a lot. Okay, don't push it. Right. Is there anything that I can do to help support you, or you feel better? I'm glad. It's really hard for me to do this. Not that like affirming you is hard. It's just like the after affirmations, or even just like like saying like basic truth things of like, you deserve to not be misgendered. People shouldn't, even when people are apologizing, a lot of cis people make it about themselves and how sorry and upset they are. And like really center themselves and their feelings as if they're the person that is hurt more than you, or like making it more of a big deal than it really is. Sometimes it's just like you could just say sorry and start using the right pronouns, or say sorry and start gendering somebody in the correct way, like, and that's it. But they end up getting like fussy about it and making it a whole scene, and it's crusty and annoying, and ends up being like this thing where they say sorry so much that you have to be like, it's okay. And it's like, it's not that it's okay, it's just like the social script or whatever that we have around sorry and like apologies, or like how to respond to the word sorry, makes you have to like invalidate that in and of itself it was not okay. But it's not like it's something you can't get over. I think there's like ways for people to be like, I'm sorry for like misgendering you or using the wrong pronouns. Thank you for pointing it out. right? Or like, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for correcting me, because you're helping them not be transphobic to you, or you're helping them in a way, in a circumstance where they could have prevented the hurt in the first place by just asking your pronouns and then using them, or asking like how people would like to be referred to when they're meeting someone or other people in a space, right? And then going from there. Um, Otherwise, if people are just like actively being really gross and not like, you're not even expecting an apology from them, but then it becomes this space where like once they learn and it gets really performative, yeah, that can also be really frustrating as well. And it's like not on the person being affected to be like, you're fine. Like, or like appeasing, or like sometimes, a lot of the times, we end up having to like coddle people when we're the person that was like done wrong or harmed in the first place. It's a mess. It shouldn't be like that. It's not right. It's not okay. But yeah, you do not have to be nice to, you don't have to, like, you don't have to be the nicest person in the world to deserve to have your pronouns be respected, or to not be dead named or misgendered wherever you go. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to be on everybody's good side. You don't have to like people don't even have to like you as a person to for you to deserve to be respected, in terms of like literally like the most basic things, like what your name is, what pronouns you use, how you gender yourself. Like, is really not that hard. These things should not be conditional. The fact that people treat them as like, this is a special thing that I will do if you're nice to me, or if we're not fighting, or like all of the things that like people like aren't like actively thinking about as like, this is what makes you a respectable trans person to me. Those are things that are transphobic. Those are things that are built up and exist because we live in a world that does not care about us, or and doesn't center or understand even that it is basic decency to treat people like with that sort of like very, very, very basic level of respect. Um, when you say you respect trans people, that means you should respect our identities without like conditions or special stipulations, or only if you look a certain way, or I can, from my cis point of view, understand your gender, or I can gender you based on like really like cis passing binary standards of gender that are really colonial, and like might not even be like culturally appropriate, like not appropriate, but like culturally like how you even understand your gender. The ways that the levels of like respecting a person fall into and like reflect those kinds of things, like only certain kinds of trans people, if any trans people, to certain people get respect or are addressed properly, get recognized, or even like have jobs, like have platforms, are listened to, cared about, again, gendered correctly, like right pronouns are used for them. Like, these are not things that you have to prescribe to, do, or exist in or perform to, like, deserve to be respected and, like, literally, like, bare minimum, just be addressed the way that you should be. It's not something that you have to earn or you have to do extra things to deserve, ever. Like, period. Yeah. Are you feeling a little better? I'm glad. Have any residual emotions or feelings or anything you want to talk out, or? Okay, cool. I'm glad that I could help. Even if I don't want you to get used to it. I don't know what you want from me. This is. I feel like you should be used to this by now. Right. I think it would also be weird if I just started doing this all the time. It just doesn't seem like me. Is that your dog? I can hear them snoring from here. Okay. Anyway, do you need anything else? Okay, cool. Get out.